Greetings, everybody. Captain Arsenic here. Um, so this video is gonna be a little different. So, I know the last few episodes have been very more, um, well, they've been much longer, and oh boy, comments are busy. Um, and that's because of the way I was recording the videos. However, due to extenuating circumstances, I'm going to have to start doing them just a little bit differently, which I hope is okay. I am going to do them a bit more episodic, so probably a bit closer to the Sunken City episode. I'm thinking about 30 minutes per episode, um, just as a baseline. Okay, yeah. Okay. And yeah, so hopefully that's okay. It's the best I can do given circumstances. But with that being said, I hope I hope this is okay for the future, at least for now. With that said, let's go ahead and head into Crocotopia, where we are going to be exploring and continuing on the story. So here we go. We're officially starting Crocotopia.
Ooh, at last, the library is over by the prospector's camp. Ooh, I should have given this to Zane weeks ago. Yes.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get Zeke's quest.
Hello.
Get all the beetles. I actually am familiar with where most of them are. Not as well as the Smiths, but I I remember them enough.
Ah, the very information I needed. Could you help me out? I know.
Da, da, da. Talk to Hetch over here. Hetch Al Dim. How you doing?
History? My old.
Yeah, basically. So a little coverage of Crocotopia here. So the Manders originally lived here, and the Crocs, or the Crocotopians, as they would eventually become.
Amazing. How about asking Salam
Um,
ibn Dur what he knows about the history of the Mander race? He is usually within the pyramid.
And basically, there was a chunk of rock that they lived on that was floating around, and they ended up coming close enough to where they said, "Hey, is it okay if we, live with you? Because we don't really have any resources or anything to keep us going here." And of course, the Manders, being, the kind and gentle people that they are, said yes. They're caring and compassionate, and they're like, yeah, sure. So they ended up taking the Crocs in, not realizing that this decision is what would make their lives worse. Unfortunately, for a lot of history, as the Crocs basically committed a hostile takeover, and yeah. So a lot of this architecture that you're seeing, um, like the Croco Sphinx and all that, this was the Manders were forced to build this under command of the Crocs, and yeah, not a great feeling.
Come in, come in. As a matter of fact, when
Look there, wizard. It's a teleporter.
Yes, I know, Gamma. I know.
Can you?
Uh-oh. They only have 150 health, so it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, but if two join... Okay, no, I have to flee. Nope, I have to flee. I goofed. I made an oopsie. Okay. Nope, that's my fault. I should have thrown more in. But now we can go ahead and talk to Hatch. What's up? What's up, man?
Greetings, student of wizardry. For example,
Oh yeah. So this quest I've always kind. I mean
What?
it's fine, but like um. So basically, the sergeant major was staring at Hedge, and Hedge is like, you know, hey, can you tell him to stop staring at me? It's making me like really uncomfortable. And so it's like, yeah, I can totally do that. So you go talk to him, and he's like, oh, I didn't mean to make him feel uncomfortable. You know, apologies. You know, all said and all that. He was just curious as to why Hedge was a different color. Because you see, most of the people, the Manders, especially in this area, well, okay, Captain Salalabad is a exception here, but they're mostly like orange, right? So so Hedge being purple, it's like, you know, well, why are you purple? Which, yeah, not great. It's part of that archaeological kind of naive, not necessarily naivete, but it's sort of an ignorant question to
the
ask.
major wanted to know why Manders... Originally, Manders were green, but some of our forefathers served the different orders. The pyramid is of the fire order. Manders who served it changed to orange. The Crocus Sphinx is of the order of ice. Those Manders who are blue in nature are descendants of those whose ancestors served ice. The tomb is of the storm order. Manders such as Hech al-Dim, purple in nature, are descendants of those who served storm. I guess the elements became a part of our four Manders long ago, and that is why we are four different colors.
Wait, he said four? What?
Have you found Salam yet? I think he is somewhere around the Chamber of Fire area.
Hold on, did he say four? Right, like I'm not crazy, right? And that is why we are four different colors. Is that including the being? Because none of the Manders in Crocotopia, at least as far as my knowledge, are green. Nope, nope, that's not true. Nope. Okay, now I see. Okay.
The man.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, depending on where your ancestors served,
Oh,
you know, it's like you ended up being either, you know, you ended up either being orange, purple, or blue.
You fill up the canteen from the well.
And if you can't trace that lineage, you probably ended up green. Probably not exact, but you know.
why?
I've always liked that quest because it does give into a little bit of like history of like, you know, because Marlebonians do show up time and time again in this story, and they, unfortunately, for the most time, are pretty. They like to stick their nose where it's not wanted. I guess in a way that's kind of That's kind of how things work out with them a lot of the time. Because it's not like they're trying. It's not like they're being rude. They're not trying to be rude. A lot of times it's like, they're really just kind of stick their nose where it's not really wanted, or impose themselves where really they got no business doing so. It's one of those deals. Now, obviously, Krakatopia is based off of ancient Egypt. So there's gonna be a lot of references to Egyptian mythology. Again, like you said, the architecture looks great. I really appreciate, especially the murals on the walls and all that. But this world could definitely use an update. It really could. Croc Thrasher. Interesting. Because technically I'm being of the Manders. Technically speaking. I think you can just do this, right? But yeah, it's just, especially, because when we get to Celestia, some of the Marleybonians there make comments that are kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that. Which they try to be like, oh, I'm learning, and it's like, I mean, they're learning, and then they're just being, ignorant to the point of, rude to the point of being impolite. Or ignorant to the point of being rude and impolite. However that phrase goes. Alright, down go the Manders.
My notebook pages! Oh dear. I'd better keep researching. I'll be safe, but rotten luck all the same. Could you take my notes to Gordon Fleming? You'll find him in the Royal Hall.
But yeah, it's really unfortunate what ends up happening, because the Manders are very kind and they're very compassionate and empathetic people, or empathic people, and they saw the Crocs and they're like, hey, we'll take you in, and they were basically taken advantage of, to the point of being forced into servitude, and it's really unfortunate.
Try the water? All the water on Krakatopia tastes great majesty of the queen. I found an old Mander scroll. Could you give it? You've brought me Alfred Rothschild's notebook. Ah, I see the urgency. Did you know the Tuts intend to invade other worlds with a huge army? Some dark figure has put them up to it. We had suspected it, but this is the proof. Thanks. I'll let the others know. We were digging in this area when we were attacked by menacing crocs. I lost... Could you go get my equipment for me? I have it packed in wooden crates. Those crates are scattered everywhere.
So obviously now we're given a reason to, take things seriously. It's like, oh crap, they're planning to invade? That ain't good. I mean, if I'm going to be completely honest, just with the amount of enemies that we take care of here, it's like, we may have put a dent in that army. especially as a fire wizard, because like you summon meteors and stuff like that. Also, I have to give props. It'd be hard as heck to just ride a skateboard on sand.
Ah, wonderful! You found my crates. Thank you so much. Since you
Yep.
were so good at finding I don't know where I put my inventory list. Would you search the dig site for it? I probably left it near one of the camps. My inventory list. Wonderful. You found. Oh dear. Now where? Would you mind battling the crocs until you get those artifacts back? I would appreciate it greatly.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just handle some quests. I'm gonna go talk to Hedge here. How you doing?
Dr. Fleming found an ancient Mander scroll? Now I wish I had listened to my great-great-grandmander when he tried to... I would really like to know what is on this ancient Mander scroll. Would you do me a favor and ask Professor Winthrop what it says? Please?
I'll say this is a cool moment because it's like this is an opportunity where it's like
You would like me to translate an ancient Mander scroll? Well, I'm not versed in ancient Mander, but I know Danforth is. See him at the excavation site.
okay, well that does not help me. Yeah, a lot of the enemies are going to be fire. Whoa, 285? Yikes. I mean, I understand that I should be expecting this, but oh boy, here we go. Like, is this gonna be enough to even take him out, even with the blade? Well, fizzing certainly is not gonna help at all. All right, here we go. 143, and then however much damage that was. It looks like you should do enough. So we might be okay. I think we have enough damage to take at least the first guy out. Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll be fine then. If we have damage on board to take him out, even if it's resisted, cool. A lot of the bosses here are going to be fire because it's Pyramid of the Sun, so naturally fire. I'll say it's a little disturbing that they just straight up turn into sand and then fall apart. That is a bit disturbing. I mean, So my understanding is what's going on is so the story with Krakatopia, right? Why are we here? So obviously we're looking for the Order of the Fang. The Order of Fang is a ancient like I hate using the term, but like it's kind of what it is. It's a I don't want to say secret society, but it's a secret group that was formed in Krakatopia. Um, as a means of opposing the Crocs. And they create a book called the Croconomicon. And that book has the power to basically ignore the rules of life and death. And so later we figure out, okay, so we need to find this book before Malistaire does. Because at the very least where we get the information is that's where we're kind of looking. But the reason why I bring this up is because the Crocs were put into a deep sleep. So the Crocs were put into a great slumber ages ago. Ages and ages ago. And I don't exactly know, like what. Basically, I'm trying to figure out if that means that they're all basically just like corpses walking or not. Like I can't tell like if I'm basically fighting like the Crocs themselves, or if I'm fighting a shallow mold of themselves. If that makes any sense. I hope it does. Because as you saw with the Manders just kind of just, fall on over. Which usually indicates that you've knocked them out. But the Crocs, they straight up turn into sand and just crumble, fall apart. It's like, Oh, I did have a marker. Man, I really have to start paying attention.
Well, now that that's all sorted, I'd better stay here with them and make sure nothing else goes missing.
You make the rubbings.
Also, here's a little doodle. So we have... Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that's bad. Hey, this little man just sitting up there. That's cute.
These rubbings are...
Professor, what?
My word. The Order of the Fang was a secret group of croc wizards. Perhaps this order has something to do with the crocs attacking us now. Did Malistaire put them up to it? He has done similar work. While I was running for my life from the croc attack, I saw Beatty Narini take an ancient tablet. He's the leader of the crocs in this area. Beatty Narini must have the answers we're looking. Our fighting men are trying to protect our archaeologist. Could you defeat Narini Crocs until you find a croc carrying the chamber key and take it from them?
Alright. So if we head on over to Biddy's chamber... Oh, right. Cell swords right here. Okay, these guys are not, These guys ain't fire. These guys are, balanced. They're probably gonna have a bit more health. Probably not much, like... No, they have the same amount of health. Okay, for me. That 100% works for me. Now... Keen viewers, those will have picked up that they're often referred to as the Tuts. Obviously, that's a reference to Tutankhamun, who was the youngest pharaoh in all of ancient Egypt. Um, I don't think he was pharaoh for very long. Like, unfortunately, he was more known for the fact that he was the youngest pharaoh in all of Egypt, rather than a good pharaoh, so to speak. Um, well, I mean, he's a kid, right? He was a kid. Like, how do you expect a kid to run basically, you know, an empire, especially an empire as as big as Egypt? Like, it's insane. But obviously that's the reference. Right there is just a reference. Do I have to go back to Winthrop? No way. I have to. He does give a mount. Oh, one day dromedary. But yeah, we have veteran sellswords here. Ooh, wooden chest mine. Alright, but we're probably gonna go ahead. Luke Skywalker, huh? Ooh boy. Okay. We're probably gonna go ahead and defeat Beatty Narini, and then we're probably gonna go ahead and call that an episode.
You found the chamber key. Well, our men here have their hands full. Can you defeat Beatty Narini in his chamber? Claim the missing ancient tablet from him, and perhaps I can find out how this madness started.
You got it. Alright, here we go. I mean, he's probably gonna be a fire, right?
You are not worthy of standing before me, wizard. Fall to the floor. Maybe then I shall show mercy on you.
Is he by himself? No, he's not. Okay, so he's fire, but the guy with him is not. Okay. What we can do is get rid of this, get that, and we should be good. How much health do you actually have? 510. Okay. A bit of health. Just got a bit of health. Admittedly. Okay. Let's go and do this. Little Bosco. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, I forgot they like to do that. Throw that prism on you. Yeah, the enemies are gonna spam weaknesses on you like crazy. It's just unfortunately one of those things that you just kind of have to just deal with. No power pip this turn. That's fine. Let's go ahead and add another blade. And just for safety, let's go ahead and add a trap to that. Just on the off chance the two blades won't be enough to kill. Ow. Alright, here we go. And then, Meteor Strike. Okay, it actually was enough. Nice. And we got a bunch of spellements. Very nice. Okay. We got Firecast, Snow Serpent, Evil Snowman. Oh, and we're finally ready to upgrade. 40-60 detonate in overtime. Now we're gonna go ahead and do this. So next we'll have, we need 115 for our next upgrade. Which is fine. Yeah, we have plenty for Helifa and all these spells. I'm super excited. Immolate is going to be interesting. Because it actually increases the damage that you take while you only take so much. Fire Elf, yeah. Clear for... I think raw damage is just supposed to go. Oh, I see. So they're taking away less than overtime and putting more damage just straight up in the initial hit. Okay. That's fine. What are they doing to Phoenix, actually? 480 to 500, and then 360 healing per 2 damage over time on enemies. I think I'd rather just do the damage, honestly. What does the Locust Sword do? Oh. And I think, yeah. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and report in with Professor Winthrop. And that'll be it.
Ah, the ancient tablet. Now I can get the rest of the story on the Order of the Fang.
Professor Winthrop studies the ancient tablet.
The Order of the Fang oppose the evil Tuts. They planned to use the Croconomicon to put the Tuts to sleep, and we had to come round and wake them up. If only we had that book, we could set things right again. But where is it? I think the Order of the Fang still exists, hiding somewhere in Crocotopia. I want to find them. They must know where the Croconomicon is kept. We've discovered a map room that might help locate them. Unfortunately, it's located through the palace. We can't get inside. My assistant, Malcolm Danforth, has been working on a way to enter the palace. But with all these Tuts about, I'm afraid for him. Please help him. You'll find him in the excavation room in the Chamber of Fire.
Alright, so that's actually going to be it for this episode. So obviously we heard a little about Mander history, a little bit of history about Crocotopia itself. And yeah, just had an overall good time starting Crocotopia. But that's actually going to be it for me. So in the next episode, we're going to be going ahead and starting in the Chamber of Fire. Go ahead and get that done, helping out Assistant Danforth. And eventually making our way into the Palace of Fire, I believe it's called. Oh, and we should probably go ahead and grab this just really quick. Yeah, that's the entrance they were talking about. It's completely blocked off. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I shall see you in the next one. Remember to stay safe and stay frosty.